Welcome, Aquarius, to your September 27th through the 30th reading. If you friends like this, please like and subscribe. Okay, friends, let's see what's going on with you. This message coming out for the 27th through the 30th. This message is Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles this week really coming out for the next pretty much 4 days, right? 27th through the 30th, really feeling like you're finding what it is you really want. If you have promises that were supposed to be kept, you are finding that they are being kept. If you are making promises, you will notice that they will be kept, right? So however you're going to see this, it could even be a date going on. It just makes perfect sense to you. There's something about the whole idea of this fresh new kind of beginning that's actually making perfect sense. Like, why, right? It could have something to do with the autumn equinox that we just had on the 22nd, saying, you know what, we're in your kind of favor over here right now, and you're going to find the work and life balance also really coming together also with the Ace of Pentacles. So it's very favorable, right? So let's see. Great, fresh, new feeling for the beginning of fall. I love it. Okay, yes, feeling like you're the emperor, feeling like you're in emperor mode. If you have this older gentleman around you or this very mature person around you, it doesn't have to be older. They could just be very mature. You can also find that they are also keeping the hopes and promises alive. Could be male, female, doesn't matter. You know, the whole situation is I am very mature. You feel very mature, however it is. With the Queen of Wands coming out, loving that energy, feeling very creative and very alive, getting your intentions done, and also feeling very courageous and strong. Wow, with the Emperor and the Queen of Wands over here. And, you know, if you guys are a couple, you could definitely feel like a power couple at this time. Being that they're both fire together, but you do have this double energy that's going on that's kind of keeping you latched to the situation. It could be some toxic fun going on as well. So, you know, it could be a little lustful, a little extras, might be a little, this is trouble. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is trouble. Something of this nature, where it feels like, you know what, it could be just intoxicating. I don't know. I'm really feeling like, you know what, if this is a relationship, it feels very intoxicating at this time. Really drawing you guys together. Wow. Having the strength in the middle with the Nine of Pentacles. Actually, we're going to do it this way. I don't know why. I want to say in the middle. It should have went underneath the Queen of Wands because I said in the middle. Major Arcana coming out as the Strength card in the middle. And that's really talking about how you are taking on this courageous and really creative intuitiveness to yourself, where it's just like, you know, I want to get things done. You know, I'm feeling a little fancy free. Maybe I'm feeling a little, you know, I don't know. With the Devil over here, it doesn't feel like it's anything super, it's kind of weird because it doesn't feel super duper negative. It feels more like this is intoxicating. This is what I really wanted. Maybe we're feeling a little funky free. Maybe we're going to get a little funky fresh. Yeah, definitely. It could have also been that maybe we were having some kind of toxic relationship at one time, but now it feels like it's getting better as you're traveling towards what it is you truly want. Wow. So it was almost like, okay, where I wasn't really feeling it, you know, I wasn't feeling as courageous before. I'm really coming in to this new kind of theme this week, to where the theme is, I don't know, I kind of feel like I got a lot of strength and I'm ready to rock and roll. And I just feel like that's really what's going on. You know, your days are feeling a little busier as well. And maybe you two are just really coming together, those of you who do have this Emperor here. If not, that's just saying this is how I'm feeling. I'm stable. I'm on top of the world. No matter what, that's what it is, right? I just feel like for some of you, there is this other person who's really grabbed you by the heartstrings over here, and it just feels like a little lustful play. It could even be a little, I don't know, I'm just going to use the word funky fresh. I don't like to get too, you know what I mean, into that. That's not really my area. But you know what I'm saying. Just, you know, a little, maybe it's a little bondy. A little bondy, you know. Lustful play, that type of stuff. And it does say that, you know what, in the end, though, it does feel like you do have this piece at the end, though, towards coming into October 1st, where it just kind of reminds you of how it could be, how it was, how it's going to be. It's kind of a reminder of, you know what, this is where we used to be, and this is where I'd like to continue to be. Because we have a lot of memories going on over here with the Six of Cups. We'll figure out that in a second. It almost feels like where there wasn't any give and take at one time, now you feel like you guys can really start kind of opening up together for this kind of great new start over here, and kind of picking up where you started in the before, right? Yeah, because it feels like, you know what, at one time we used to just argue, cold shoulder each other and all of this, but now it just feels like there's, yes, we're renewing this, and it's a little intoxicating. That's the only word I can really use. It makes you feel more rest assured that, you know what, where the chaos and the confusion may have been within the relationship, you know, it could even be you guys are like the Velma and Louise situation. You know what, my friend from the past comes through, and maybe we were, you know, having some arguments and stuff, and now we just feel like we can go rule the world again, or something had separated you somehow or another, whether it's platonic love or a platonic or romantic, excuse me. For others of you, it's just, you know, there's a lot of downsides and a lot of chaos going around from the past, something within your mind, if there is this no other person, where you're just starting to feel the love again, and actually feeling a lot more hopeful about the situations that are at hand, really picking up, you know, new things. Maybe you even picked up some new hobby. Maybe it's even a new dangerous hobby. You know, maybe you're skydiving or something, okay? But no matter what it is, it's something intoxicating, because I can't get away from that word. So it definitely is there, however it's going to be. With the Nine of Pentacles over here, you do have the Magician, where it does feel like some kind of magic just had played a part within the next 4 days within your life. So it's almost like you opened up this magic door, and it's just like, wow, here, have the Ace of Pentacles, and you're like, wow, okay, I'll take that. As Mercury retrograde is still in progress over here, working its magic, yay, it's definitely talking about, you know, keeping things in store, keeping things in mind, and making sure that you are still law and attraction, things that you really, truly still want. With the King of Pentacles, it's saying yes, because there's a lot of prosperities and a lot of hopes and dreams coming towards you at this time. Oh my gosh. Yeah, for some of you, it is definitely love, where it's almost like where the love had faded, now a new door is opening. So it does feel like it's marking this new fresh start for you. It could, like I said, it could have been the new moon coming out. However, with the Seven of Swords over here, you do have where it's like, you know what? This is the place I want to escape to. I want to keep my fantasies here. And that's the intoxication over there. So it is definitely something very passionate that makes you want to keep yourself within this area, within this zone. Yeah, because this is where my hopes and dreams are coming through, and I can actually see things coming to me, right? It's more justifying. It allows you to kind of limelight and shine as well, guys. You know, no matter what the situation is, because you know what, it's saying, look, this is your time to be thankful for the things that are happening, because this door is open for you, you know, at least for the next 4 days. Now, it doesn't mean that it's not going to, you know, this is going to just automatically close. More than likely, it'll probably be there for the next couple of weeks. But definitely talking about, you know what, there was no give and take, because there's going to be an argument between you. Whoa! Now there's going to be an argument between you and this other person. Now, I think that this is someone else, though. You could say it's the same person, but I don't see that. What I see is the Page of Coins, who says, I was there to support you, and I was there to help you. Now they want to argue with you, with the Empress over here. the Two of Wands. But you know what? You're going to be more of a support for yourself because you've kind of learned through the situation that this has no prosperity and no nurturing to itself. So if you're finding that maybe somebody doesn't like the person that, you know, that you're coming back around to because there was too much arguments and fights, they may feel like, you know what, why did I help you? Right? If I would have known that this was going to happen. But that's not their place to really say something, guys, right? That's not theirs. They should never say anything like that, right? They're there as your friend or a family member or whatever to help you get through certain situations. They should be a little more unbiased about the situation. We're talking about our heart, if that's the situation. If it's coming to money, you know, maybe they felt like, you know what, I helped you do this and that, and all of a sudden you're getting the Ace of Pentacles. I don't know. I just feel like the Page of Coins, there's something going on with the Page of Coins where they're just not feeling like they're winning out of, nope, they're winning out of the situation, out of this love situation. If some of you know that, you know what, I had this love with you, but then my ex came back and we fixed everything, or however it is. But whatever it is, they don't feel like you're as communicative with them as you were before when all of this starts occurring, right? So probably around the 29th or so, they want to kind of argue their point about the situation at hand. They're recognizing that, you know, you and maybe the Emperor over here are getting back together, and they're not really seeing eye to eye about it. Yeah, you got the Ten of Cups. Yeah, they think you're making a bad judgment call about the situation, but in actuality, you're getting the Ten of Coins, and you still feel like the Queen of Wands. So, and yes, for a lot of you, it is a beautiful reconciliation that's going on, but it is going to still be a little bit of a challenge to the situation. The only thing I don't like about the situation is we are in Mercury retrograde. You know how I feel about bringing back relationships in Mercury retrograde, because I'm afraid that they don't always last. You know, you find new love in Mercury retrograde, but they don't last long, or you reconcile because there's some kind of toxic karmic chain that's chained to you to make you want to do so. So I'm always making people, you know, very aware that these are things that do happen, which means it might not last forever. Now, we do have the Capricorn Virgo over here, or a Taurus, that is really kind of against this. They don't really like the situation. They feel like they were at service for some kind of no reason. Either that, or it could be yourself saying, you know what, I was helping someone, and I don't feel like they're listening to me, right? So you know, take that how it resonates. If you know you're helping someone and all of a sudden it feels like they kind of put you on the back burner about the situation, you're definitely going to feel that around the 29th or the 30th for sure. And you're going to be very aware of the situation at hand. So it could be definitely two different situations for certain people, because you have these two different energies that's coming on, right? And that's coming in. So, but whatever it is, it's still about some kind of commitment that, you know, not really happy about the situation. Okay, but you have this beautiful new beginning that you're seeing around you. At least in the romantic relationships, definitely 100. Like I said, for others, it could be an old friend or something like that, but you are realizing that what you had in the past is definitely what you want to hold on to, because it feels like the past coming back around. Whoa, it almost feels like Mercury retrograde at its finest. I'd be careful about that, guys. But sometimes it can also start great things. So really just pay attention to those signs and signals, right? Okay. Till next time, my friends. Peace and love. Bye-bye.